Yes, here we go. So what I'm doing is I am including my publish directive, right? I then build my schema, and then I'm doing this schema directive visitor, visit schema directives, and I'm passing in the schema and my custom directives. Now, in this case, I only have one, which is underscore publish, right? So now this is officially registered as a custom directive, and this will be run on field types, right? So what happens is if we go into publish directive and we take a look, it's not a lot of code. So we're working with this visit field definition, right? And so the field definition, this is the function that you'll define in the schema directive visitor class to override, to access a directive that's defined on a field. And what that means by on a field is like, if we go back to the schema, but this time I'm gonna open it up in a new tab so I don't have to keep switching so much. If we go to the schema, what that means is, see how we have published event on field definition? So like that's why we're targeting that particular class function. We get the field.
Okay.
We're going to get resolve, the default resolve function. So this is like what would be called when this field was hit if we didn't add our decorator to it, right? We're essentially creating a higher order component to wrap around the original resolver. So then what we do is we define our own resolve function that takes the same parameters, and then you can call the original resolve and get the result. So in let's say we had a directive that needed to do something before you actually called the first one, like an authentication directive or an authorization directive. In that case, you would want to put your logic before this line when you ran the resolve function. And so now what we can do is I'm pulling pusher off of the context, right? So I'm instantiating pusher in index.js. I'm adding it to the Apollo server context, and then I'm triggering the event, right? So I know that I'm doing it on the pusher channel, which is like a thing. The event is being pulled from the arguments, and so that event corresponds to event, so post updated. So it's going to fire off post updated. And that's it, right? So that's the whole directive. That's that 24 lines of code.
Wow. Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Well, this is really eye-opening. And I agree, Pancakes. This is a very interesting use of schema directives. I've never written a custom schema directive in my life, and I've written a lot of GraphQL. So this is definitely treading in uncommon territory, I'm sure, for a lot of folks. And yeah, thanks for the deep dive on this. This is really interesting. And